Da-na-na, eh. Da-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na, 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 da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na, 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 da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na. What's going on, baby boy, baby girl? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Glad you da-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na. Oh man, da-na-na. We're back, baby. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Glad you made it. It's another So-So production. We're doing another episode. Of course, not gonna skip a beat, baby. It is Monday, January 10th of 2022. Whizzing right by. Holy smokes. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Hope everybody's safe and sound. Today, we're mixing it up, baby, because every day we're mixing it up. Not gonna stick to the same thing. Gonna mix it up. Last week, if you got a chance to view the show, you noticed a little bit of a different tone, a little bit of a different beat. You know, we went online, and we went live. 2 streams, online, live at the same time. No big deal. On Instagrams and on the YouTubes, and then later on you can find it on the Patreons. Doing it, baby. But that's the thing. Learning as we go along. Few things that I liked about the lives, a few things that I didn't like about the lives. Most of it is all learning process, and I liked it quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I liked a lot of it. A couple of things that I didn't like I was not too happy with the quality of the webcam on the laptop, and I've been reading, I've been doing a little bit of research. I'm like, is there a way that I could actually hook up the GoPro to the laptop? And apparently it probably can be done. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I've been reading in a few places that apparently you got to have X amount of followers or subscribers so that you can do that. So I think it's got to be 1,000. So today's the day, baby. We're fishing for nothing as per usual. We're having fun, baby. That's what it is. I'm not there yet. Maybe there's a way to get around it, because that's what it is, man. This is a raw, unedited, unfiltered. You know, we don't know, no directors, no producers, no cameramen, no camera ladies, nobody to get you coffee, nobody get you a bagel, nobody to, you gotta roll your own joints around here. That's what it is. And if that's the thing, we're gonna have to work up to it. But we'll mix it up. Maybe we'll do a few days where it's pre-recorded and I'll upload the same way as we've done prior to last week, and then some days maybe we'll go live, and maybe we'll do it this week. Maybe we'll do Mondays and Wednesdays show via pre-record, and then Friday maybe we'll just hit it up live. And that's what it is, man. I want this to be more interactive, obviously, just because I want to get to see you guys in physical. I want to see you in the physical, tangible, physical. Touch, but no touch, but touch. I want to get to see you guys in the physical, but until that happens, and that will happen, it's bound to happen. It can't not happen. The wheels are in motion. The hamster upstairs is busy just fucking doing donuts, baby. Doing little donuts here and there, but nonetheless, man, when that aspect will just have to wait for a little bit longer. But in the meantime, I want you guys, if you got any questions or concerns, and if you're new to this show, if you're a long-time listener, viewer, thank you very much for all of this so far. I really appreciate it. You know who you are. Fucking love you, dude. Love you, lady. You know who you are. And if you're a newbie, I also happen to love you as well. Thank you very much for joining me here today. And I'm not an expert on anything. I'm not a professional. What are my services? A lot of people like to get, you got to be able to tell the people what kind of service you're providing. Well, that's the thing. Here's the issue. There's not one particular set of skills that I've got. Got me a load of unspecific, generic skills, and I can be a service right now. Why? The internet's and the next thing, in person. Here to just tickle my own membrane, tickle your membrane, get everybody laughing, have a hoot, because that's what it is, man. Life's just a big old party, and you got to just have fun, laugh along, and then go after your dreams, whatever it is that you're doing out there, whether you're in the arts, whether you're in the farts, whether you're now realizing, man, universities and colleges. What a scam for the most part that is. You're like, man, I want to venture out there. Gonna go out there and get my own on my own terms. It's gonna be my way or the highway or the public transport or via rails, or maybe you're into flying, baby. You doing that fly mode, baby? You keep flapping is what I'm trying to tell you, and just go after whatever it is, man. I'm here to support you in whatever shape or form that I can. No specific set of skills. Actually, that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about. If you got any questions or concerns, and sure, you want to talk to a therapist, you want to talk to a dietitian, you want to talk to a guidance counselor, you want to talk to a career specialist who'll sit you down and tell you exactly what you need to do in order to succeed. This is kind of like that, but like literally the opposite of that. So like I said, not a professional, personal opinions, got lots of them, and I'm willing to share with you guys whatever it is. So if you guys want to hit me up, if you want to hit, we don't have the hotlines. If you want to call the hotlines, maybe that's another dish that we'll maybe add as we go along down the line, but no hotlines as of yet. But that's what it is, man. You got comment sections, you can go there, pour your heart out, pour it all out, whether it's negative, whether it's positive, it's you. And I hope that will happen one day, who knows. But I encourage you, if you got a question, you're concerned about your love life, where it's going, you've had a couple of babies, you're considering a new, whatever it is, I'm here for you. I can sit here and literally just be that voice of comfort and tell you that everything's gonna be a-okay, son, a-okay, lad. Because that's what I tell myself, and a lot of times it's true, baby, because that's what it is. You can't not believe it. Life is, if you're alive and kicking, life is good. If you're in, yes, of course, a lot of shenanigans going on in and around the world, even as we speak right now, as we're engaging right now. That doesn't mean we're not gonna have a good time. It doesn't mean we're not gonna get it done, all right? And sometimes, it's we're moving beyond where it's, and this is something that I encourage other people to do as well. Get out there and really, I'm nobody, dude. I'm just letting you know that you literally don't even. Jobs are, it's create your own job. Create your own job. I want to down the line hopefully be able to get on stage, do a little bit of attempt to do the stand up, see where that takes us, if it takes us anywhere. But for the meantime, that's what it is, man. These skills are generic. I'm here for you. Maybe you just need a butt. Maybe you just want to shoot the shit, drop a comment, write out whatever's on your mind. And hey, man, everybody can do it. Live human beings can do it. You literally, what does it take to leave a comment? You literally, at this point, you can go you can type it out. You can, you can go handwritten first, and then maybe take a picture of it, post it, maybe write it out and then type it out, or just go fucking, get verbal diarrhea. Boom, right? Just comment. If you like, if you're into that sort of thing. I'm just saying, there's plenty of cake for everybody. It's a metaphor I'm trying to work on. It's plenty of, let them have cake, she said. Cake is all around us. Carve your slice of the puzzle. The cake puzzle. Grab a slice of pie. Still working on it. We're still working, it's not perfect. Yeah, but we'll get there, baby. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's just, you go about life just, so many different flavors is what I'm trying to tell you. And I'm not an expert at anything. I'm just a guy who likes to have fun, likes to live his life, and be relatively free as a man or a woman can be. You all feel me out there, right? And that's the thing, man. It's just we gotta come together. We gotta bond together like atoms or something. We gotta fission or fusion. We gotta fusion together. I think we gotta fish or fuse. Don't matter, baby. We gotta come together. That's what it is. And I'm just here to do my little part. Hope everybody's safe and sound. It is literally, it's now the New Year's in. We've all, the holidays are officially, it's behind us. Where to go? I don't even see it no more, dude. It is time to go get it. It is time to open up shop. Even if you can't literally open up shop, it's time to open up shop, baby. Time to open up shop here. Time to open up shop in our hearts right here, or here, somewhere in there, dude. I don't really know where it is. I've heard of it, but and then also in there, in your gut, because you're always like, oh, got a feeling, gotta follow the gut, follow the traces left behind. from the gut. Maybe that'll take you somewhere. Point is that I just want to say I love you all. Thank you for the love and support, whoever's been a part of this little journey and allowed me to be a part of theirs for the past year and a half, almost 2 years now. Low-key, almost 2 years now. Holy smokes, man. It's that time. And I've noticed, you know, things that I'm not, prior to doing this, I'll tell you, man, I'm not the type that likes to, you know, take, you know, too many photos, or prior to this, I didn't even make any videos, dude, or anything like that. But one thing that's just evident right there, it's like you're looking at yourself in the image that is out there. And one thing that I've noticed, especially with the other camera on the iPhone for the Instagram, holy smoke, man, time is time is here taking a toll on everybody. And not that it's not even a big deal, but it's just some things that you notice, you know, like I looked in the videos every time I try to watch as many of them. They're not, I hope you guys enjoy them, but it's not something that it's part of it that I have to do. You know, I don't like to listen to it or look at it just because, you know, but sometimes you have to. I try to watch as many of them as I can for review purposes, but then you go notice some things, whether it's, you know, most of the time it's just for the sake of, oh, what did you say? What did you not say? Oh, you forgot that thing. Oh, you should have added this thing. Mental note, just adding mental notes, right? But then one thing, it's just on the iPhone recording, it's just the lighting and everything. I just zoomed in and I saw 2 fucking lines right above on my upper portion of nose/forehead between the eyebrows area, 2 lines, indents, little indents starting to form. And I'm just like, oh man, where do these lines come from? Where do these lines come from? What do you got to do to avoid getting lines? And not that there's some time you just can't even do anything. It's just age. You can't. Well, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. But I'm like, man, over the past, I've always, it's not, you know, and I read into it. I'm like, well, what does it mean? What can we do? What are the causes? And it's just like a bunch of checklists and symptoms or what have you, or, you know, little things that you could look out for. Are you stressed? Not gonna lie to you. You know, it's been a little bit of a stressful time for everybody. So stressed, a little teeny tiny check. Are you worried, it say? You can't get on the times, and your boy's a cool cucumber, but it's just, you know, that I've conquered it. That's what it is. It's the concentration that just comes right there in the middle of the forehead. And that's completely fine too. It's like, are you worried? Do you have any anxiety? Are you stressed? Are you concentrating on, like, you are literally reading my mind, Googles. And so I checked off all the boxes. And it's like, yes, because you're probably concentrating, it's probably you got a little bit of worry, a little bit of stress. It's mostly due to because I read, or I taken, like many of you guys might, I taken a lot of media, I read a lot of texts, and I always focus a lot. I'm fucking focused, baby. But this is the thing, I'm like, how do you remedy this bad boy without, you know, going surgical, you're trying to slow it down a bit, because that's what it is, man. You want to be, eventually the goal is to be like 99, 95, 105, you know, with minimal. You want to try everybody, not for the sake of vanity, just for the overall, I guess maybe a little bit of it is vanity too. You want to look young, you want to feel good, you want to look good. Not that it's a big deal, you get wrinkles and lines here and there. Oh well, so be it. But I'm just like reading about remedies, the au natural ways. So it consists of, one of them was an exercise, like grab your 2 fingers and go to town on them brows. So I've just been sitting overnight, fucking going like this over my, just trying to fucking give myself a little mini facelift, fucking lifting and pulling and shit. Eventually it's all gonna crumble. This is not a fight that I know I'm gonna win, or anybody else for that matter. No matter how you try to remedy it, it's not something you're gonna win. So try to do it as Graham, and that's what it is, man. Trying to, like, yeah, your boy's not a boy anymore. I'm a man now, grown man. Getting old, man. A couple of grays in the hair, a couple of wrinkles here and there, and just it is what it is. It's all good. It is what it is. But that's the thing. I'm reading remedies. You can do the two finger stretch, kind of like when you're going to town on your lady or on your man. Doesn't matter, whatever. What's the finger game? Maybe everybody likes the finger game. Who we kidding around here? But point is, I've been just doing that for. It didn't work. It's still it's there. I'm sure it's there. It won't, and I'm not gonna stall. It's not like I'm gonna lose concentration or focus due because of a couple of lines. But that's what it says. So one of the other remedies, which was just So then try to relax your eyebrow muscles or try to relax your eyebrows. So I'm just sitting there for like half an hour, just I look more surprised than relaxed for half an hour. I'm just trying to hold everything up. I'm like, and I got big eyes, dude. This is something I can literally, not abnormally big eyes, but slightly big eyes. Slightly big. Wasn't, it is what it is. That's just what it is. So if I really like look scared or surprised or try to like pop out the eyes, I hope that there's nobody in sight to see them. I do squint quite a bit. I'm a big believer. I've been squinting since '89. I'm a big believer of squinting, whether you're trying to fight the sun or you're just trying to again focus and concentrate and read something. But now I'm trying to focus and concentrate and read like this. Just look fucking relaxed. But eventually, holy shit, man, that's what it is, man. Eventually, that's what it is. You're gonna see frown lines, you're gonna see smiling, you're gonna see, what do they call them, like crow's feet and shit. You're gonna see all sorts of fucking animals leaving indents on your facial. And there's no fighting it. There's no fighting it. You can go the fingers, you can go relaxed. I'm totes relaxed. Fucking can't be more relaxed. I literally can't be more relaxed. I'm a very Oh, there you go again. And now the thing that's annoying me now is I'm becoming I don't really care about the lines, but now I'm becoming, because probably I am a little bit hyper focused on everything, and that's just like now I'm thinking about relaxing my fucking eyebrows, or I'm just gonna have to drop it, dude. It is what it is. We're gonna get fucking indents. We're gonna have lines on the forehead. A couple of hair follicles are gonna fall out. A couple are gonna turn gray. And the best that you can do is just fucking hold on to dear life with your fucking nails and your teeth, baby. Just fucking latch on to life and try to hold on as long as you can. It's a roller coaster from the 80s, baby, with like little to no safety measures. It's wooden. The roller coaster of life is made of wood, and it rattles, and your neck hurts, and there's gonna be some loops. Some people will get tossed off the ride, man. Some people will get tossed off the ride. And that's what it is, man. It's a beautiful ride, though, nonetheless. Sure, you may come out with some CT, you may come out with some, minor neck injuries, but that's what builds character. You see, that's what builds character. Look, you gotta pick up a couple of injuries. You gotta grab a couple of lines, put them on your forehead, put them on your cheeks, put them everywhere, dude. That's what it is. But that's what I noticed. So I'm just like, really trying to relax now. I'm relaxed, everybody. Can't do anything about it unless you go, I don't ever want to give into, I'm not judging anybody. I'm openly talking about everything as much as I can. I've talked about so many different things. When I was younger, I've definitely dabbled in steroids for sure, and for a good, so it was a concentrated period to just grab as much and just fucking go to town, baby, fucking. So I know there's always, you can do different things, not to say, I don't want to send my face to the gym, bro. I don't want my face doing bench lifts and dead squats and, ab curls and shit. But there are people who do different little, and I'm not judging anybody, but I just, it's one of those things that if you start, it's kind of hard to stop. When do you stop? When do you stop, dude? Because and then what happens? You go with it, and then you've seen it. Because if there is some cases, some people have good handle on it. They do a minor little thing here, minor little thing there. And there's again no judgment. You want to look good, you want to feel good, all that jazz. I get it. But I'm always weary of these things. I'm always careful of these things. I'm always a little bit cautious of these things. So it's not something. And it's not a big deal for dudes. It is and it isn't, right? It's for everybody, right? We want to try to just, again, overall make yourself feel good. And they're like, man, always about the emotion. It's not what you feel. We do a lot of things based on emotion. Sure, it shouldn't dictate your life, obviously, and that's exactly what it comes down to. I don't want it to dictate my life. I don't want to be a slave to some syringe filled with, artificial or natural goo. And that's the thing. Do you go just plastic, insert just plastic, dude? So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe I'll do, if DIYs, maybe I'll do it myself, dude. I got some extra single-use plastic. Maybe we'll melt those, put them in a syringe, just start fucking going to town on it. I think they call them the 11 lines, because hence the one lines on whatever. I don't care, bro. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna concentrate even harder, dude. Concentrate even harder. It builds character. That's what they said. Shows that a man's been through life. Shows that a man's living life. That's what it is. You don't wanna just oh, there we go. And again, back to the same regular, minor little problems that we got with the cameras. I don't know what it is. It just likes to fucking navigate on it. So where are you going? Right here. We're right here. Where are you going? Just move slightly to that. Can't figure it out for the life of me. But that's what it is, man. One step at a time. Maybe we'll get rid of the... That's aside the point. Point that I'm trying to make is that can't really avoid these things. And, you might, you end up... I don't want to look like one of them people with because you see it sometimes, ladies might get a Brazilian butt lift or and it just looks dumpy, dude. I don't want to get a dumpy fucking middle of the brow eye. What do you call that region right there in the middle, dude? Where your third eye is or what have you. I don't want it to be droopy, is what I'm saying. I don't want it to be dumpy. So I'm just gonna ease into, we're in the early stages of the 30s, 32, pushing it, baby, pushing it. Next thing you know, it's gonna be, we've gone up there's no, this, past your 30s, you're no longer winning you're not getting any younger. You're not gonna, that's just with all of us. It's natural, they say. It's natural. You can try to get in there, but I don't want to look like somebody who's got no emotions, you can't, move your eyebrows, you can't look surprised, or you always look surprised, you can't look sad, you can't shed a tear, you shed a tear, you have a damn malfunction, everything's gone electrical these days. That's crazy, it's nuts out there. So, wherever you are, whatever stage of life you're in, embrace it, baby. We'll get through this together, and the camera's moving again, man. Yeah. Gosh. Stay. Good boy. Good girl. I don't know what it is. Anyways, point that I want to make is, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta have fun in this life. You gotta have fun in this life, and because life is short, man. I don't want to talk about it. I'm not gonna, focus on it or anything. But one little piece of news that just not even was it last week or right around New Year's? I think we lost Betty White. But that's the thing. Betty White, love the lady. Don't know her personally. I've seen many of her works throughout the years. But 99. Rip it, baby. Rip it hard. But we today, I think, or on the weekend, we lost Bob Saget, dude, 65. That's a little bit too young, in my opinion. He could have held out a little bit longer. But, he wanted to also rip hard Bob Saget. I used to watch, when I was a kid, I used to watch Full House and, watch many of these. That's what it is, man. Former latchkey kid, current latchkey man, doing it. So it's a little bit of some people you grow up with watching them, it's just your head's a little tiny. It's, yeah. Condolences to his family. But that's a reminder for everybody, because that's what it is, man. Life is short, life is precious. You can't be going around, worrying about a line or two. You can't be going around worrying about this, that, and the other. What are the rules? Toss it all out. Live your best life in whatever shape or form that you can, and then just make it better. That's what I'm trying to do every day. I hope that I can bring a little bit of joy to your lives as well in the process, and maybe, who knows, maybe we'll learn a couple of things through, and I'm not, I'm probably one of the slowest learners out there. I take my time, dude. It's just the way I take my time with certain things. It's just the way my brain works, the way because some people see something or hear something or do something. It's just fucking instantaneous fucking grasp. They grasp it, tackle it, make it their own, whatever it is. And your boy's a little bit of, I'm a little bit slower, on the slower side. So I like to take my time and enjoy as much as life as I can in the process, and not, I'm not comparing myself to anybody. I don't encourage anybody to do that out there. But I do want you guys to, and ladies, focus on whatever it is that you want. Get some fucking lines, baby. Fucking focus. Yeah, focus hard. Do it. And go after those dreams and start, it's time that we embrace physical, touchy. Because we got to get there, baby. We got to get there, and we got to just put certain things behind us. Shout out to, I hope I'm saying his name right, dude. Novak Djokovic, right? Tennis player. Famous tennis player. One of the best, they say. And he just fucking slammed that fucking big racket energy right across the Australian authorities' face when they said some silly nonsense. And he's like, I'm not having it, is what he said. I've not read into the whole thing, but I'm assuming he's like, I'm not having it. I'm a tennis player. You know tennis players? Tennis players are that big racket energy. What do you expect me to do? To abide by your rules? All I do is knock the rules metaphorically with the balls all over the place all day, every day. I'm Novak Djokovic. Or DJ Okovic. Shout out, dude. You fucking rock, because you fucking, that's what it is. You stay true to your belief. And not that anyway, you don't be, point is, you didn't get coerced, you didn't get tricked, and you're like, you know what, I'm an athlete, I'm a healthy human being, I do the racketeering, fucking backhand, forehand, go long, doing it all day, fucking two hands, fucking no hands tennis, baby, no hands tennis, oh, hands are back again, fucking racketeering all over the place. You did it, and that's great news, man. People were out, and so people are rising up everywhere, which low-key, dude, I think the governments low-key are a little bit, maybe they're playing like reverse psyches, do reverse psychology, reverse psychology, reversing it, maybe. Like what happened? One of the who was it? Was it the French Prezi last week? I'm just trying to like think about these things because I look for it, and I look for the jokes, and I look for the funny. He came out and said some things. We're going to piss off the public, something like that, something along those lines. Want to piss off the public? I'm like, maybe he's just low key. Maybe he's into waterworks. Maybe he's into golden showers. Maybe Emmanuel Macron. Maybe he wants to, maybe low key wants to get people, because you're gonna come down on people and double down with stupidity and just dogmatic points of views. The counter reaction to that is people going fucking bubbly on the streets, baby, rising like bubbles. So that's what it is. People got onto the streets and they're protesting, and it's just, there's a ton of people. It's not like one or two people, and this has been going on. So you can see globally that so it's like, it's provocation, but like, at this point, I'd have to say it's just done on purpose at this point, right? You wanna get a rise out of people. You wanna get people emotional. You wanna see some waterworks. You wanna engage in some BDSM, some overt and covert BDSM, and that's what you do. And that's just one example of it. Same with here in Canada. Same with Australia. And you've seen it all across the globe right now. People are just like, people are bubbling up. I wonder, maybe a little bit of this is, but that's so many things are going down, right? Globally speaking, so many things. What happened in the early stages of this? So many places are just like, and they've been in turmoil, and they've been in there a lot of like chaos and crazy, silly, really business going on in different parts of the world. Where are we headed? Where are we going? Is all the questions that I'm asking, and part of me does think maybe this is to And I'm not the only one. Other people have said it in different ways and have thought it, and I'm pretty sure if I think it, maybe you guys are thinking it, or some of you guys might be thinking it, some of you ladies might be thinking it. Where are we headed? What is this that we're dealing with? What do we, how do we, you got to know what you're dealing with in order to be able to deal with it, right? You go to the doctor, you got some sort of ailment, they got to figure it out, tell you what it is that you're dealing with. You can't just go fight whatever it is that you're fighting without not, you can't, unless we're fighting invisible enemies here, which at points it may feel like that, may seem like that, but it's big, and it's just like always, follow your instincts, follow your gut. Not all the time, but like most of the time. Not all the time. You don't want to just fucking, well, I got a feeling about this. Not all the time, but almost all the time. If you listen to your gut on a lot of instincts, on a lot of cases, they shed a little bit of at least truth or a little bit of light to what may be going on. And it just seems like globally, it seems like there's this, it's been ongoing for, it's not new either. It's not just right now. It's not just the past 2 years. It's not just the past decade. It's not even the past 2 decades. This shit goes back in history. It's been going on forever almost. It's literally almost, it's just power struggles, right? Power struggles. The rich, the wealthy, the aristocrats, the royals, the OG royals, and then the royals who bought their way into royalty and what have you, who are at the top of the fucking pyramid, dude. At the top of the pyramid, that little top of the pyramid portion, they're there. Not ever impacted by anything that the average folk has to, grapple with or tussle with or wrestle with. You feel me? They're just, whatever, you've heard of them at least. You might see some of them, maybe not in person, but you know them. That whatever happens in life, they're simply just not affected, just due to the amount of resources and money that they've got going on. They've always been in a bubble, dude. They're all in their castles and their mansions and not to say, because there's hardworking, good average people who literally work from nothing to something worth of value, and that's admirable. That fucking gets me juiced up and excited. That's what I want you to do, baby. But at some point, we do gotta kind of realize what are we dealing with here? And it seems like, I don't know what you want to call it. Maybe you want to call it the New World Order. Maybe some call it the One World Order. And it feels like at times it's just, and it's one world order or new world order. It's not gonna, I don't believe it's gonna manifest, or I don't even believe if such thing is being behind the scenes orchestrated. I don't think you're gonna end up with like, one individual at the top and like controlling. You won't have a global dictator unless it's some sort of fucking AI dictator, which is a new form of dictatorship. But point is, there's gonna be, and this has been there've been many talks, many books about this kind of stuff. It just seems like, tensions and struggles in many countries, and then you have big giant countries who kind of carved out the world and kind of try to divide it amongst themselves. You're not going to have, maybe they've realized that it's extremely impossible to rule all the world, but you can definitely rule most of the world. And if you carve that bad boy up into maybe 3-4 pieces, you can definitely do a lot. And seems like the government elites, the longtime politicians, people in corporate media who've always been in corporate media for a long time, the bankers, certain institutions, the World Banks, the IMFs, the Fed, so many of them that just come to mind, that seem to be rigging the game from the get-go for as long as we can look back and remember throughout our history. And and at the end of the day, we're supposed to show up, do our little part, and just they say things like, oh, keep on keeping on, and like it's a little bit of it is true. You should keep on keeping on, not to ever like give up on life and shit. But at the same time, when's the charade gonna end? Because that's what it is, man. You can't even, I'll give you an example of how it's rigged to the point where, maybe it's not the most clear-cut example, but something that I've dealt with, maybe you guys have dealt with this as well. I don't have too much, monetary funding or what have you, but a big thing that's been going on for some time now. It's not new, but it's relatively still new in our existence. It's crypto, right? It's been going around. I don't own too much, not even of the good ones anyway, like the very, very minimal amount on two different platforms. And on the weekend, I got an email. One's Binance, let's just call them out. Not that I'm calling them out, but, or maybe, I don't know what it is, man. I'm just telling you a story. Point is that got an email saying that Binance and their corporation's been, dealing with the Canadian officials, governments, what have you. There's some rules and regulations that are still being, I guess, made up or corrected or what have you. So they're like, you have a limited amount of time to withdraw your funds from this account either to another platform or just to your bank account or whatever. You can keep it here. We don't know, it might change back. We might be able to do business in Ontario and Canada, what have you. So I decided that I'm going to withdraw my little teeny tiny portion of crypto that I've got and put it into my other account. Again, it's so minuscule, it's probably not even gonna ever, but whatever, it is what it is. Just for the sake of figuring a little bit of it out, getting familiarized with these things, is it for the better or worse? We're gonna find out, really. So that's the thing, I went ahead and did the transaction, did the withdrawal, did the whole process. The money got withdrawn from my Binance account, but has not appeared in my other account for some time now. So, a little bit of time went by on like these things. It's an online transaction, it might take some time. Day two, now today I believe is the third day that it's still not in my other account, and I've read a little bit into it. I'm probably gonna have to go and this is what it is, man. You're gonna have to get in touch with support groups, you're gonna have to go to meetings, you're gonna have to, I don't know what it is, man, but it's not as, these things are not, and thank God it's not it's not a big chunk of money that I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna lose sleep over it. Very tiny, but point of it is that, or you heard of them, like you heard of the crypto platforms sometimes crashing right when the prices are spiking. You want to maybe cash out, or maybe they're dipping drastically and you want to cash out, they freeze, or there's so many little glitches that it just seems like, again, the average person, i.e. you and I, on the ground, it seems like whatever you try to, it's not as easy as just like, and I love people who want to like come and share their maybe success story, or maybe luck that they've had with anything, whether it's in these new things, cryptos, NFTs. But it just seems like they're like, man, and like a lot, there's so many of them that exist out there with the crypto and what have you, the major ones, you know what they are. But point that I'm trying to make is like the average person doesn't get access to that insider information, or the original fresh information, when it's like fucking worth pennies, and then you can literally put in maybe 50 or 100 bucks and then become a fucking millionaire in about a couple of months when it drastically spikes like 10,000% or something. But point that I'm trying to make is that, when are we gonna put away this charade? When are we gonna pretend like we want to at this point even get back to a normal, like, I want us to get our freedoms back. I want us to get rid of obviously these stupid mandates that we got in Canada. Canada, what are you doing? People are frustrated, people are tired, people are over it, people have smelt the roses. People know that it's, a lot of the science is being, skewed, played with, a lot of agendas, big pharma, a lot of deals, a lot of politicians involved, a lot of policymakers, a lot of everybody, and even us, you and I, even we're unknowingly, again, that's exactly it. Sometimes you're unknowingly participating in certain things, and my point is, when are we gonna just, be like, let's even or level the playing field a little bit. Let's make sure that everybody gets a chance, or a nice spoonful of that life pie, a nice spoonful, or, because it's just been like, it's literally a handful of people, it's literally a handful of corporations that own everything, whether it's land, whether it's resources, whether it's access to tech, or access to deals with the government, or It just seems like the average person is constantly on the losing end of things with inflation. Have you guys, gas prices, fucking through the roof, man. I don't even know how we're okay with this kind of stuff because it creeps up on you. Right now, we are in Toronto paying a buck 43. Buck 43, dude. I think soon I'm gonna have to. I'm thinking ahead, dude. I've already put some ice in the bathtub. Got myself a couple of sharp knives, knife sharps. Oh, good times. Got myself a couple of sharp knives, and your boy's gonna have to do some surgery. I'm just thinking outside the box. Which one of the organs is being a little bit, extra? What can we do without? Can you live with one liver? Maybe. So I'm thinking outside the box. Do I really need both, pinkies? Is anybody out there, low-key, how much does a pinky go for? This is where we're at. I'm trying to play, because that's what it is, man. You go outside, the economy is snoozing, just snoozing, 50%. I'm sorry, forget about the percentages. No indoor dining, gyms have closed, other places of gathering have been reduced and limited to business. It's just been a total war on the average folk. For one reason, we've forgotten everything else. We've forgotten mental health. We've forgotten and neglected financial health. We've forgotten and neglected education, access to resources, affordable housing, everything. We neglected everything for one little thing, and we are supposed to just sit here and pretend like this is totally normal. Totally normal, everybody. Totally normal. If these are not the forming or part of the forming measures for some more of a governmental control overall on the globe, I don't know what it is, because that's what it is. All you see around the world is more push for governments to come in and be totalitarian, track where you're going, and the vaccine passport ideas have been a great idea or a tool to try to convey this message and push it along as maybe a public safety measure. It's for your own good, of course, and we got to get more tracking here. We got to know who's enough of this mumbo jumbo. It's BS. We should all be, relatively free as we were before, and work towards getting better at life. But it just seemed that today, man, okay, Novak Djokovic. I'm sorry about the last. I'm sorry with names in total, dude. The names are very difficult, not gonna lie. But you fucking just served that fucking You just fucking went in there with the racketeering, baby. You're there to play tennis. Whose serve is it anyway? Fucking overhand, fucking underhand, oh, backhand, no rackets, baby. You're doing it. This is an example, great example. But we need more people, regular people. You should just be. It's your bod, your choice. Please, 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 please don't buy into the extreme left that they focus on the news, or the extreme right, or the extreme red, or the extreme blue, or whatever the fuck they're trying to tell you or scare you. It's not true. We are very much similar people, and that's what it is, man. I've been living my best life for the best life in air quotes, trying to, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I've been very, very upfront about a lot of things. Some days have been, easier than others. But I've just been going around with the loosest of bandanas around for 2 years almost now, and I've not been sick. Nobody's gotten sick. Everybody's good. Probably had it in the first initial stage when it's fine. You're gonna have to learn to live with it. We're gonna have to treat this just like any other thing that we treat. I'm not an expert. Pure opinions. It's gonna be another thing like you're gonna want to have to just have in the back of your mind if you were always concerned about that sort of thing. But to each their own, man. I'm not gonna get behind some sort of a forced anything, and that's what it is. I hope that we can all gain our freedoms back. Australian government just fucking took one. And that's very surprising, just because I always had never been to Australia, but in my mind it just seemed like a hell of a good place and a hell of a a lot of fun, and I'm sure it still remains that way. But again, it's the very few douches at the top of the pyramid, just the top portion of the pyramid. If we can flip that pyramid upside fucking down, down pyramid, down, down pyramid, down. If we can flip it upside down somehow, level the playing field, whether it's, but let's because I'm not the Wall Street investor, dude. Just here, I will give you, how much does it take, dude? I can give you X amount, very minimal, put it through the market, manipulate the market, because that's how it works with insider information. Let's all make bank. And then you're worried about, like, let's just make everybody, human experiment, just food for thought. Throughout history, it's never been done before. We've always, even with like grading, I've always, new way of grading. You go to school, you got to work your way up to, you got to do tests, you got to study, you got to work to get an A. Let's give everybody, maybe not everybody gets a A, but let's make sure everybody gets like a BB plus, dude. BB plus everybody. Let's make sure everybody somehow can. Why is it so hard for people to grasp that these numbers and digits are just man-made? They don't mean anything. You and I just attribute meaning to them. What's a million? What's 3 billion, trillion, quadrillion? It's arbitrary, man-made, subjective. It means nothing. Man. The world governments are so fucking lucky I'm not a hacker, dude. Oh my God, if I were a hacker. Oh my God. Debt would have gone down to zero in a heartbeat. I would have hacked into the government bank accounts or the banks, and dude, I would have just been fucking zeros and ones with all the accounts. You guys are so lucky that's not where my attention went to, because holy shit would I played fucking Robin Hood with those bank accounts. But let's get make everybody have like, what's a reasonable number that you can live with? You don't want, that's because like, can we give everybody, yes we can give everybody everything, but that's what it is. Your fear of, giving people resources is like, well, they're gonna come after more and I want to sit nice and high in my pretty castle here. You selfish fucking pricks. But I love the majority of you guys out there, and ladies, to everybody, the 99% of people who are everyday people, fucking work in whatever it is that they're trying to do and put a little bit of food on the table, bring a little bit of joy to their family, and just live a good life. Can we somehow give everybody $1 million? Can we give everybody $1 million if we were to, and just because that's the thing, you think everybody, and if there's always that saying too, if you gave everybody, and I'm not saying give everybody everything equally, right? I'm just saying give everybody $1 million. Or a number that's feasible, and you're stupid, not stupid, but like this mentality of like, we're gonna have to uplift everybody together, fucking uplift everybody. You can't do it with just empty politicians and broken promises and just, give everybody $1 million or 100,000 or 250, 500K, whatever is the number, the magic number, so that everybody can go off there and, because they always say that if you were to even like, if you had a, finite amount of money or resources and you were to give it to everybody equally, that at the end of the day it would somehow, the majority of it would always end up in the, the small percentage of the population that's always about to go against. So like, just spread out I think we should have this we should make a program that every 10 years, every 20 years or something, you press a reset, everybody's debt goes, because like, who do we owe this money to? Who do we owe? We are in so much debt. We are in so much global debt to the world banks, to the IMFs, to the feds. I don't understand how this can just, how we just, it's like we're as a society, we're like oozing with fucking cancer, and we're just like, let me apply this little Band-Aid with spit, and yeah, that should do it. Banded on cancer is gonna fucking do it. Band-Aid's looking nice. Band-Aid's got Hello Kitty on it. It's a nice Band-Aid. Point is, sometimes I get a little bit, I'm an emotional person, and I don't like to, hold back emotions, and I'm a passionate person, I don't like to hold back anything, and sometimes it just fucking twists my titties when I see grand fucking just injustice, and not even not like a this problem with humanity and and the words and what you mean, and you try to convey a message and you'd hope for it to come out somehow that it's resonating and that it makes sense without people just taking little forget about the flags, forget about your affiliations for a second. Just remember, we're all human beingsies trying to do it out there, you know. And with automation, with crypto, with whoever's like in charge of these things, whether it's government agencies, just, you know, put a portion of the funds for the peepsies, or make it be like, because I'm not that insider guy. I don't know Wall Street. Like, I was never interested, dude. I was never, again, you know, it's one of those hindsight, right? For better or worse, who knows? But I just never focused on those things. So whoever is focused on those things, let's make it. Don't just come out with these, because you'll see the news articles, you'll see the headline. Oh, such and such made a gajillion on NFTs. You'll read it and it's just like, oh, okay, but like, what the fuck? What about everybody else? That's fucking fantastic. I'm so happy. But that's the thing, you don't see. Most of it is celebrity driven and people who've already got a lot of money. And that's the thing. All you need is at least one teeny tiny little BTC. As if I got like 40-50 grand just sitting in the pack, like, you know, it's all I'm trying to say is, like, let's together fucking level up. Every 10 years, let's come up with ideas. Every 10 years you press 0 on the debt. Every 20 years you give everybody X amount of numbers, whatever the number makes sense, because again, wages are not going up proportionally to the rate of inflation historically. You guys know this way better than I do, man. You guys know this shit way better than I do. I love you all, peepsies, regular peepsies, and maybe you're somebody out there just operating from that fucking lizard brain. Maybe just take some mushrooms, or maybe, but that's, you know, it's a lot of it is also, it's what you've been, it's nature and nurture. You can't just take mushrooms and be like, oh my God. A little bit of it is practice too. Just try to think of others, and together let's think of others and try to fucking elevate everybody like helium. I love this helium, right? Yeah, fucking squeaky voice helium raises to the top always. Cream of the crop of the gases. Love you all. Sending your positive thoughts. I'll be back here again on Wednesday. It is Monday, January 10th. Wrap up the show with a nice song. Peace out, everybody.